Hey there, welcome to the program. This is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com. That's the big website to go to, 612-775-9194.
651.
651. What did I say?
612.
Okay, 651.
Good thing I was listening.
Yeah, it is, really. Yeah, we'd have to get another phone number. 651-775-9194. That's the number to call, 651-775-9194.
See, I really do listen to you.
Ourhealthyhomes.com, ourhealthyhomes.com. And we study the 4 pillars of a healthy home. We talk about the real estate. We talk about the ecosystem, what's going on inside that house. We talk about your body, your nutrition, and we talk about your mental health, your mind, and your spirit. Not always on the same program. In fact, most of the time, not on the same program. But today I'm particularly excited because we have no guests today. And so we are going to have a conversation with you.
Many.
With you about, what's many mean?
Many conversations.
Oh, many. Mini or many?
Many.
Many. Many conversations with you about the healthy home. You know, I've been asked many times why we started this program and what we're all about.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way that I can explain it is this. You know, over the last over 3 decades, we've been in and out of thousands of houses. And in that time, we began to pay attention to how we felt when we were in these various homes. And, you know, I wondered if it was my imagination or what. What was it, you know, the point that made me feel so bad? And so we just started paying attention and more Sheila than me.
I was going to go there with the comments.
Yeah.
But I'll hold back.
Study and take notice of what makes a home a healthy home and what does not. So over the next, 15 minutes or so, and really over the course of the next hour, we're just going to have that conversation and offer some thoughts and some opportunities for healthy living. And there's many elements that make a healthy home, healthy. 3 of them that come to my mind are not exclusive, but they're a good first step to understanding. And that is your air quality, your mold, and your general cleaning. And we can explore those later in the program. But, you know, we want to begin with your air quality in this first segment just for a minute. And I just want to talk about what Theodore Roosevelt once said: it's hard to fail, but it's worse never to have tried to succeed. And when you're trying to clean up your environment and clean up your home, baby steps.
Totally baby steps. Yes, that's the route that most people need to take. If it's a different situation, if you were like me and hit the wall and needed to make all the changes quickly. So
air quality comes to my mind because of all the toxins that are floating around, just floating around in a house that people just aren't aware of, and how damaging that is to your system when you're breathing in these toxins from your cleaning supplies, from your toilet cleaner that you think, oh, I'm doing a great job because I'm cleaning the toilets, but then you're spraying into the air toxins and chemicals that are very harmful to you, and lots of warnings on the labels, so unless you're wearing a hazmat uniform, it's just not a good thing for you.
And your kids and your pets and the whole family.
And your kids and your pets and your whole family. So there's many ways you can do it. Prior to 2000, we relied on bad windows and bad insulation and leaky doors to provide fresh air into the house, and that worked actually pretty well. And then we decided that we needed to be more energy efficient, and so the homes became tighter, more sealed, and that just makes the matters worse. It just traps those chemicals now in like an embryo inside the home. And so then we start putting air exchangers in the house, Van East systems, and all the stuff that we could pump air in and out of the house.
That your inside air is like almost 100 times more toxic than the outside air.
Well, and just to a little story to make that point. We built a townhome development out in Lakeville, and we had one gal that bought, actually it was our model at the time, and she called later and complained that it was full of mold. Now I've been in that model every day for a year, so I mean, it wasn't full of mold to me, but to her, she was very adamant that it was full of mold. So we actually had someone come in from St. Cloud State who was a mold specialist, and to measure the mold levels in the house so that we could know what to do with it. So he measured mold levels in the basement and in the main level and in her bedroom and in the furnace room and on the porch, on the deck, and on the yard. And the mold levels were about the same. They were more inside the house than outside the house. More, or I shouldn't say more, different. And but not measurably so, not demonstrably so.
But was there a level of mold?
There's always what he said to us is there's mold everywhere.
Okay, so with that,
we put a HEPA filter in and made her happy, and she was happy with it.
Okay, with that though, everybody is at a different place and a different journey with their health.
Right.
Right. So for you might not think anything of it. For a person that is
sensitive,
sicker, more exposed, weaker immune systems, all of the things, that maybe they've had happen to them. Now couple that with the added chemical laden products that they're using in their home. They're just, yes, more sensitive, but it affects them more because their body is at a weaker state. So everybody's different, but yes, the air quality is bad in our homes, and especially in Minnesota, because winter the windows are shut, summer the windows are shut because everybody turns the air on. So we are like locked down in our homes.
So what's your opinion then of like these like room air filters and whole house air filters, air quality filters? Do you think that they do any good?
I don't know how they couldn't do any good, right? So they have to help. It's kind of when we talk about our modalities, right? Through my health journey, did I use one modality? No, I used many modalities.
How do you know which one worked?
Well, I know they all worked because I'm here,
right?
And I'm healthy, and I'll go into that later. But okay. It isn't just one thing, right? That's gonna take care of that. Yes, is that a layer of a level that's gonna help you? Yes. Is adding diffusers in your home and putting an essential oil in there to create the diffuser's job is to create more oxygen in the air. Okay, so as the toxins are around you, they're sucking up, the oxygen that we need, or they're giving us bad oxygen. Okay, so you put the essential oil in the diffuser, and then that puts the properties of whatever the essential oil is into the air. So is it, an immune support? Is it, you need to focus, like fill in the blank, right? Now, diffusers are typically covering a 900 square foot space. So yes, you need one in the bedroom. Yes, you need one in the kitchen. Yes, you need one in the living room, because it's a smaller device that's supporting you.
Closer you get to it, the more concentrated the benefit.
Yeah, versus the whole house filter, which is taking up and helping the bigger space.
Okay.
Did that answer?
How do I know what oil I should put in the diffuser?
That depends on what it is that you want to accomplish. So are you trying to put that crabby 2-year-old to sleep, and you need to put something in there that's going to calm that child down? Or yourself, right? Yeah. I mean, it isn't just a child, right? Are you working? You were out late last night, and you just didn't get enough sleep, and you need to focus for the day because you got to keep working at your computer. Put the diffuser there, with peppermint or something that's going to keep you focused. So it depends on what your purpose is, what you need.
Okay, we got to go out and pay some bills. This is Our Healthy Homes. OurHealthyHomes.com. 651 Sheila, not
Yes, thank you.
612. 651-775-9194. 651-775-9194. Give Sheila a call. She'll tell you what to put in your diffuser. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to the program. This is Our Healthy Homes, OurHealthyHomes.com. 651-775-9194. That's the number to call. If you have any questions, you can ask Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know how expensive healthcare is. It's just like unbelievable. We had 5 kids and we had our platinum gold plan healthcare. I mean, it was unbelievably expensive, and it's gotten nothing but more expensive. But there is a better way.
Yep.
And we've discovered it. A health share plan. So why don't you share a little bit about health share?
All right. No pun intended there. I made my notes today because I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget anything and that I stay on track. Okay. So I'm going to be referring to my notes.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
Okay. So first of all, I posted a picture on Wednesday on my Sheila Hittner Facebook page, and it was a picture of me at almost 60 years young. Okay. So I'm about 120 some days out. All right. And counting, for those of you who know that I love my birthday. So I wanted to share that as I sit here today in gratitude for longevity, which we can talk about that in a little bit, not just in my health, but in the unthinkable thing that I did years ago with choosing a path that helped me health-wise, and also sometimes in a society of people that think that that things are non-traditional, right? Whether that's my health and my ideas around that and the modalities that I did, and then also with my Young Living business as well.
Okay.
So I am so grateful that this company, I chose the company because I can't even imagine my life without it. Okay. And I think that you are probably at the point where you could say that too. Maybe you weren't years ago with me, but I think you're probably
at which point
that you would agree with that statement, that you would not want to live without what Young Living provides us for supplements and vitamins and just the all around health benefits that we get.
Oh, it's a whole mindset shift.
Yes, that too. So what if there was a health plan that could support your home birth, your chiropractic care? IV fluids are huge. Functional doctors, thermography. I've been doing thermography for probably, I don't know, at least 6 years.
What's that?
Thermography is a camera that takes your picture and it will show you where you're heated or where you're elevated in your body, which then would say, hey, you're pretty red in the chest. Don't go get a mammogram, but skip it and go to an MRI. Okay, because there has been studies that show that when you have a mammogram and the squeezing of the tissue can spread it.
Squish it out.
Right.
By popping a zit.
Cancer
zit.
There you go. So I've been doing thermographies for years, right? So if there's anything, red, heated, then I know to go further with whatever it is that I need to address. Yeah, right. Because I'm not gonna do nothing, right? I mean, I'm doing the thermography anyway. So for a health plan that covers those natural things has been an issue, for a lot of us, right? Because we don't get support with those things from, health insurance.
In other words, they don't get paid for it.
Yeah, you have to pay for it yourself, right? So for those of you that don't know, both Keith and I been in real estate for 35 years, right? And both of us then are considered to be self-employed, right? And so we've been in that health insurance system. And when you're self-employed, that's very costly.
Most expensive health care in the United States of America is a self-employed person buying a single policy.
Exactly. So do you remember how much it was for just the two of us when we paid our insurance?
For just the two of us, it was over $2,000 a month.
Okay, I thought I remembered to be in the $3,000 range.
Yeah, that's maybe when we had all the kids and stuff.
Okay, all right. and now you're taking that $2,000 roughly a month that we were spending, but neither one of us going to the doctor.
Yeah, we don't go. I've been to a
Right.
doctor
So I
forever.
choose my natural
Right.
remedies. Right?
Right.
So now I'm also paying
Doubling up.
double for my health.
So basically, we had some very expensive health care just in case one of us got hit by a bus.
Exactly. That's really what it was for us, was the catastrophic incident.
Right.
Okay. So now some of you have insurance through your jobs as a safety net, right? You don't really want to be at that job any longer, but you're tied to it because you need that health insurance. Okay. So,
And you've just described the spouse of most self-employed people.
yes.
1099 people.
Yep.
They have a spouse that works, and you ask them, why is she working or what does she do? She just works over at XYZ Corporation because they have health insurance.
For the insurance. Yep. So it wasn't until my friend told me about a different type of health care, right? And this is what we need to rely on, is our friends, right? And so it's called a health sharing, and a route that I never regretted. I never look back. The question I get most of the time is, what if that emergency happens, right? Well, I'm covered because it's there's catastrophic
Health coverage.
health share coverage. Yes. So you don't have to give a third of your paycheck to insurance to have the safety net, right? So there's other options, and I can tell you from my own experience, they're good options. Options that give you peace of mind for your emergency and leave you with a lot more money and a lot less stress in your pocket, right? So I like the did you know question. When it comes to health insurance, it's pretty bad out there. Yep. In fact, it's the fourth most disliked industry in America. Did you know that?
No, geez. Fourth most?
The fourth most disliked industry in America.
I'd like to know what the top three are.
Okay. Worse than phone and internet companies, airlines, and Wall Street.
Okay.
But yes, I do not have the top three, but
All right.
you can Google that. All right. There's some other stats that are interesting. 65% of bankruptcies involve medical debt.
And we see that all the time.
Okay. 90% of those people filing for bankruptcy had insurance.
Had insurance.
Had insurance.
It just didn't cover it.
Just didn't cover it.
Okay.
Okay. So we're getting there. 65 million independent contract workers only have access to limited expensive options.
Right.
Okay.
They're gambling with their future.
They are gambling. Yep. A friend of mine admitted to me the other day she didn't have insurance for 12 years one time.
Really?
Yep. 30 million people have no insurance whatsoever. 30 million. Oh, in this world today, man, that's not where I would be. But why are there 30 million people that have no insurance? It's because of the cost, right? So 56% of respondents said they felt completely lost when it came to navigating their health insurance.
And I don't blame them. I mean, my goodness. I mean, just look at your health policy once and try to figure out what's covered and what isn't. And then they're speaking in a language you don't understand.
Exactly. Yep. So I don't know. Maybe you are there. Maybe you're in the same place. Inflation and rising cost, including insurance, has risen in a cost 75% since 2008. Okay. Take that in. And so what are you sacrificing for your family that you could have if you weren't paying thousands of dollars a year in traditional health insurance? Okay. Just a question to ponder on. So there are options that allow you to be secure for those, hopefully the never have times that, emergencies that might happen. But there is access to a holistic option. And that is something that your traditional insurance doesn't cover. So it's here, and I'm so excited that it's here because we, this side of holistic, we've been praying for something like this to happen. So that company that I talked about in the beginning, Young Living, that provides us with our, natural cleaners and non-toxic stuff that isn't going to kill us or, do bodily harm to our
systems.
has now provided us with a health share option. Okay, so
now they are not an insurance company.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
And we are not insurance agents trying to sell anybody health insurance.
Correct, because it's not health insurance.
Right.
Okay, and so with that, you have a new health share option. And I love it that Young Living is leading the space and offering this to customers. Plus, you get your oils and supplements paid for. Now, I mean, this whole thing came out a week ago, and I think I'm still in shock, right?
Mm-hmm.
So doesn't everybody take, oh, wow, we're going to come back after a break for this one.
Doesn't everybody take? We're going to leave you hanging on
right,
that one.
We are.
Doesn't everybody take? This
right.
is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com. Hey there, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. This is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com. When we went out to break, we were going to find out what everybody takes. We were in the middle of a conversation about healthcare, how expensive it is, and an option that is out there that is available, a health share plan. Not the ones that you've been hearing about probably, but it's a unique opportunity. And the people who tend to listen to our program and in our tribe, if you will, tend to lean more towards the organic side of things, more the natural side of things. We like to look at the cause of something rather than just putting a Band-Aid on it.
Getting to the root cause,
Even when it comes down to real estate, I mean, if there's water in the basement, okay, you can put a sump pump in, but it's probably better to figure out why there's water in the basement and get rid of the source. So that's kind of our mindset. And for years, where we have been paying double, we've been paying for health insurance, and then we've been going to our naturopaths and
chiropractor, acupuncturists,
whatever it is. And then, of course, most of them do not take health insurance. And so it's like, okay, now we're paying twice. Well, now there's a better way, and there's a plan that will cover and will take care of some of these costs.
Yes, and with that, it is a program, Health Share, that Clearwater is the company, has partnered with Young Living, to bring us that. So I'm going to come back to that. But back to what do we take, right? I'm going to guess and venture out to say that after COVID, if you didn't, you are now taking vitamin C daily, vitamin D. So you're taking supplements that you never took before. Okay. And so that's what you get paid for. Okay. So you get paid $50 to $75 reimbursement back every month for the supplements that you take, the Young Living supplements that you take. Now, this isn't any supplement off the shelf, right? So that is part of the program, and that is why we are, a big reason why we're so excited about it.
Well, that's amazing. That's like some plans, healthcare, traditional healthcare, that reimburse you for going to the club.
Yes, right. Go to the club 20 times in a month, and you can get $20 off.
So this group, Clearwater, recognizes the value of taking these supplements, and they know that their payouts are going to be reduced.
Correct.
If you take these supplements, so they're encouraging people, take your vitamin C.
Right.
Take your vitamin D.
Yep.
Take your vitamin B.
Take your prostate support because you're over, because you're over 40, right? All the things, right?
Okay.
All right. So Clearwater and Young Living have partnered to bring a seamless blend of holistic and conventional wellness plans that offer emergency and holistic share plans. So these plans can save an average of 65% when compared to industry average annual insurance premium.
65%.
65, yes.
Wow.
And 80% on out-of-pocket costs.
Wow.
Yeah. So, this is like a big deal.
So just look at your health care bill every month, what you're paying, 65% of that, and think of the new car you could be driving, or the lake cabin that you could
putting that kid through college.
Yeah.
A new car for the kiddo, right? There's just so how about quitting that job? Mm-hmm. Right?
Oh, yeah, exactly. That you hate that you're there only because you get health care.
Right, and that you would love to go volunteer. Mm-hmm. You would love to do something else, right? Whatever that is. So, and that that supplement also includes our amazing Ningxia Red and some essential oils. So this is just like mind blowing, right? So now you can. Now, okay, there's a kicker.
Okay, well there always is.
There's
Okay,
always a kicker.
here
So
comes, ladies and gentlemen. The other shoe is going to drop.
You can only get this health share opportunity, education, and supporting and healing for me and my community.
Okay.
Okay. So
Got to be a member of the tribe, folks.
right, you really do, and you can get that health share covered. Okay. And it's easy to do. I'm gonna say this. Guess what time it is?
I don't know what time is
It is time to make a change for once in your life.
All right.
Number one.
All right.
And number two, it's time to avoid missing out and not have future regret.
And avoid missing out and having future regret. I think I heard that on an infomercial one time. Call now. Avoid missing out or having future regret. Okay.
Yeah, see, huh?
I love it.
I put that in there for you today.
Okay.
All right. So, what do? Call me. What is the number?
651-775-9194. 651-775-9194.
Now, you can go to ourhealthyhomes.com, just scroll down, pick the contact me button, and just put a message in there, and I'll reach out to you. Okay? There's so much to talk about with this that, I mean, it literally cannot be done today.
Okay,
right?
so you get your say you're taking some vitamin C and some other stuff like that, and that's all covered. It's built into the plan.
Yep.
But what if there are other things that you want to take and you would like to have those reimbursed for as well?
There's a max.
There's a max up
Right.
for that kind of stuff.
Single person can only get reimbursed $50 a month. A couple can get reimbursed $75 a month.
Okay, what if your naturopath prescribes it something? How does that work? Because that's happened, with you, where you've gone to the naturopath
Right.
and she says, okay,
Right.
this is not a forever thing, but right now you need this.
Yes.
And take that. How does something
The
like
reimbursement is for Young Living supplements only.
Okay.
And oils, right? The reimbursement piece of it.
Okay.
Yes, right.
The reimbursement.
Because this company believes in so much in natural and Young Living and what those products do for you.
Okay.
Okay. So you can't take somebody else's supplements and get reimbursed.
Got
for
it. Okay.
Okay.
Because you don't know what it is, for one thing.
Because you don't know what it is,
You don't know the
can
quality, you don't know the
right,
purity.
can you imagine going through that rabbit hole of
jeepers.
trying to? Okay. I got my little daily news that I get. This is amazing to me. After we were just talking about the health share thing, in 2023, patients spent about 195,000 more days in Minnesota hospitals than they needed to.
Say that. Repeat that.
Exactly. In 2023, patients spent about 195,000 more days in Minnesota hospitals than they needed to.
Why is that? Because you go in for abdominal surgery and they're kicking you out the next morning.
Yeah, because it was gas from that cheeseburger that you ate the night before. I mean,
Okay.
because
So people are going to the emergency room, checking in, because they don't have health insurance. A lot of them. I mean, I'm trying to
I don't know.
Getting to the root cause, honey.
Okay, right.
Why is there 190?
Because we're a society.
That's a statistic, but I want to know
because
the why
we're a
of it.
society of let's just go to the doctor. Let's just go to the hospital. It's going to get to the point where people are going to go for paper cuts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's there's so much unnecessary trips. I think that people are so led to be fearful about their health, and the only way is that if there's something wrong, run to the doctor, right? Have you ever heard of a castor oil pack? I mean, there's so many things that you could do that you wouldn't have to run to the hospital. Now, the more days once they were hospitalized, I don't know, why would a hospital keep you more days than...
No, they don't. They want to boot you out.
Right. So I don't even know what that's about. But that statement is costing health systems an estimated of $487 million. And you wonder why your health insurance is going up. is because everybody's running to the hospital, then they're staying too long, and then it's costing more. So, it doesn't have to be like that. Is my point.
All right.
Okay.
Muffin Top Meltdown. Give me a quick rundown.
The Muffin Top Meltdown is in progress. And what is that? I'm going to give you a little teaser, and then we're going to come back to it. And do you have belly bloat? Most people don't know that they have inflammation. They just feel like it's just weight or fat. Do you have joint issues? Are you not sleeping? Are you fatigued? Okay, we're getting to the root, right? So the Muffin Top program is a program that's going to take you and walk you through all of those things, because it isn't just about diet and exercise. Your Tucker Carlson had an interview, an Ozempic interview with a guy.
Right.
Google it. It's on YouTube. Tucker Carlson, Ozempic. And that guy's analogy was the best. I thought, I'm using this. We are all fish bowls, and we're dirty.
We're in a dirty fish bowl.
We're in a dirty fish bowl.
Right.
Yep, you're in a dirty fish bowl.
Hey there, welcome back. Welcome to the program. This is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com. We're winging it today, the Sheila and I. No guests in this, which is good, because we never get a chance to do this, and we just have an opportunity to explain kind of what we're all about, and maybe build some tribe time. We've been talking about healthcare, health share. We left off, we were just kind of going into the Muffin Top Meltdown a little bit, telling us what that is all about. And so I'll just let Sheila take off with whatever it is that she's got on her plate.
I feel like without a guest, I feel like it's a time for us just to have conversations around the table. Like, I feel like we're just around the table. All right. So
I got my coffee.
Yes, you do. All right. So why is it that somebody that's almost 60 was just told that she looks 40?
Okay. Why is that?
Why is that? All right.
The person had bad eyesight.
Okay, come on.
Oh, we're talking about you.
Well, I mean, I'm using me as the example, right? Okay. And I have to say this. I'm not saying this to boast or anything. I'm saying that it can change for you, because when I started making the changes and reducing my muffin top and like all the things, people would say, "Oh my gosh, you look great." And I always thought, well, how bad did I look before that they never said anything?
Yeah.
Right? So I say it to not boast. So I want to get that out.
What did they say? 86. We heard the other day, 86% of the population is obese. 86% of the adult population is obese.
And that was in that Tucker Carlson interview, wasn't it? With
50% of kids in high school, 50% are obese.
It's bad.
We call that, another word for that is fat.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Right, it is. I mean, it's really bad. And in that interview, which we try to talk about a lot of times, is the other countries that don't allow the chemicals and things like what the U.S.
Their
allows.
kids aren't.
Right. No, and that's true. Like, why does everybody go to Italy that's gluten free and they can have that food there, and they're like, oh my God, this is glorious. But back to why you can look really great, at a great age, right? So a lot of times, I'm going to tell you, we've heard this word. I feel like it's coming out in everywhere, but it truly is inflammation. Okay. You can go to a naturopath and you can get your inflammation markers checked, because people just don't know, right? That they have inflammation. They think that it's fat, and then they wonder why the diet and exercise isn't getting the weight off, because they think it's weight.
Right.
Okay.
Dr. Olson explained that cellular inflammation.
Yes, it's inflammation. So, inflammation, when your immune system gets out of whack, then it attacks your body's healthy cells. I think that's what she talked about. All right. And so inflammation can destroy pretty much every system in your body. All right. Your skin can't repair itself. That's why you have the wrinkles. Your body's overworked, so you're tired. Your metabolic system is down, so you gain metabolic, sorry. Your system is down, so you gain weight. Your immune system gets overwhelmed, so you get sick. Your digestive system collapses, okay, even with healthy diets. Your brain gets inflamed. Did that Tucker Carlson interview mention diabetes 3?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So that Alzheimer's and dementia is the new diabetes 3. So you got to check out that interview. It was great.
I'll try to find the link to that interview, guys, and I'll put it on the post on either Spotify or YouTube where we get this posted up there, so you can go to it. It's on YouTube, so I should be able to link it pretty easily.
Okay, that's great. So you get the picture, right? So inflammation travels throughout the body like wildfire, and it's just damaging. And so with chronic inflammation, then it also increases your risk of heart disease, strokes, Alzheimer's, cancer. Okay, so it really is a big thing, and that's why it's being talked about a lot. The good news is that with that Muffin Top Meltdown program that I have created, because I've been through all this,
Suffered through it. But there's a reason why I suffered through it, right? There's a reason why I suffered through it, because I wouldn't be here to help you if I hadn't suffered through it. So I truly believe that God has put me here to be able to support and help you, because there is an answer and you can get through it, okay? And so with that, then there is a series of things that we are going to do throughout the Muffin Top Meltdown process to be able to bring that inflammation down. Okay, my favorite topic. Get your bowels moving. Get the bad bugs out, because everybody has bad bugs, parasites, which create the problem, a big, big problem. And so through that meltdown process, we are going to work through each one of those things. Now, you can't just go full force and do them all at one time, because your body is not ready for that, okay? So we have to take it in a certain way, in a certain order, to be able to hear, we're going to do this because we need to open up those pathways for when we do the next thing to move that stuff through. But that's what makes it last.
Correct.
If, other programs, the weight loss programs here, eat these meals. As soon as you stop doing that, you gain. The stats are out there. It's pretty well documented. You just gain it all back.
Yes, correct. And so, the inflammation problem again. There's some signs, but is anybody aware of what those signs are as far as how are your inflammation markers? It could be redness. It could be swelling. It could be feeling hot to the touch. It could mimic other issues. Some symptoms are eczema, okay? Psoriasis, diarrhea, constipation, fatigue, depression. Okay, I got to stop there for a second. I'll come back to the other one. I'm going back to that Tucker.
Okay.
Okay. The depression and the mental illness that he taught, whoever the guy is that he interviewed, talked about. I have to watch it again because it was so amazing, and we watched it at night. And
we're watching it, and literally we're sitting there in the library watching this thing, and our mouths are like hanging open. And Tucker's mouth was hanging.
Yeah,
open
it was
too.
hanging over, and he doesn't even say more
shocking.
than 5 sentences, I don't think, because this guy who has worked for FDA and Coke. The guy is knowledgeable, right? I'm sorry, I don't have his name, but
sister's a surgeon.
He talks about the depression, the mental illness, your obesity and things like that. And so my hero, I want to get him on the show, right?
Yeah.
Good luck. And so symptoms, back to the symptoms, brain fog, joint issues. It's those in itself could be chronic inflammation. You just have chronic inflammation. All right. So people aren't aware of it, right? Until they run lab tests or they hit the wall on whatever it is, and now they have to get to a point where they have to do something about it. And unfortunately, when you wait to get there, it's a lot more work.
It is, and it's first of
More
all, a
money.
lot of it's just mental work on to turn that all around because you have had people have had 20 years of eating potato chips,
Hey, now.
at night. Yeah, I'm listening. Before she goes to bed, a bag of potato chips. So
I allow people think I eat, which I do eat really well, but it's 80-20,
mm-hmm.
and I do allow myself potato chips once a month.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a treat.
It's a treat.
Yeah.
It's my treat. Anyway, I stopped you in your.
All right. Well,
track.
I'm just saying that it's a thoughtful process that starts with the root cause. I'm talking about the muffin top meltdown now. That starts with root cause.
Mm-hmm.
First, you got to clean yourself up so we can open, like you said, the pathways, and then
Gently, we have to open up those pathways.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then just start marshaling it through. And it's 100% guaranteed. 1 year from today, from the day you start, you will feel like a completely different human being.
You will.
In all ways.
Always. And you will, every aspect of your life will be better. And I am, grateful that I'm here. I mean, we got the 16 grandkids. Like, I want to be here. I want to see them get married. I'd love to see them have kids. Like, that little test you took said you're going to live to 97, so I'm not taking the test. But the unfortunate piece is that people just don't know how to stop the inflammation, all right? And so that is the reason why we need to have a conversation. And what would it be worth, right? What would it be worth to you if you could reduce whatever it is that you're feeling, fill in the blank, by 25%? What would that be worth to you? Would that be worth having a conversation? And would that be worth it to you to feel 25% better?
Yeah, and then just think about this. You get on the health share plan, and a lot of this stuff is covered anyhow. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. So my message to you is to avoid fear of loss and future regret. You call the lovely and talented Sheila immediately at 651-775-9194. 651-775-9194, or go to ourhealthyhomes.com. There's a pink button up in the right hand corner there. Just click on that pink button. It'll take you to a landing page. You can give our contact information in there, free download of some more information. Then you decide for yourself if that program is right for you. ourhealthyhomes.com. Click on the pink button in the upper right hand corner, and we'll be back next week.
Wow, that went fast.
But when he calls me sugar, I love that man with all my might. Sugar in the morning, sugar in the afternoon. Sugar after dinner, sugar in every room. He says I'm sweet as I can be. When he calls me that name, it does things I tell him, honey, you can call